Okay, now welcome to OET webinar. And the topic is tactical approach towards OET reading and writing. I have introduced myself earlier as well. I'm Dr. Maryam Zulfiqar, OET mentor at MedExam Expert. Now, I will give you a journal overview of reading subtest and writing subtest. And I will also share tips and tricks to tackle these subtests. So now, as per reading subtest, it is divided into three parts, part A, part B, and part C. And the time allocation is 1 hour for the reading module. Part A is consistent of 20 questions. Part B is consistent of 6 short extracts, and part C is 2 long extracts with 8 questions each. So I think the students who are new to OET can get an idea from here that what is the pattern of OET reading. Now comes to part A. As I have told you, there are 20 questions in part A, and first 7 questions are solved with skimming. And just read the question and go for skimming for passages to which it belongs. Okay, skimming is not similar to reading each and everything. Skimming means you have to just you can say bird eye view of the passage. You have to see only superficial things in the passage. You may get an idea that what is the crux of this passage, and you may get an idea from the heading of the passage as well, because all the 4 passages given in part A for the first 7 questions, they all have heading at above. So you may get an idea from there as well that what should be written in the paragraph. Try to correct all 7 of these. Rest of the questions are generally fill in the blanks. Okay. Part A, read questions first, then write the answer. Be fast and active in this subtest, as you won't be given this booklet after 15 minutes. This is the most important point to understand that, because just like listening subtest, it is not like that you have to give in the whole sheet and the whole 42 questions for the 60 minutes. It is not like that. Part A of the reading subtest, it has to be solved in the first 15 minutes out of 60 minutes, and it is on separate booklet, because after 15 minutes, in 15 minutes you have to solve first 20 questions of part A, and after 15 minutes the invigilation team will collect the answer booklet from you, and you won't be given it again. For the rest of the 45 minutes, these are for your part B and part C. So try to complete your part A in the first 15 minutes. And this is the part which is the top scoring. But there's a drawback that it is also a game of time management. Because if you get all 20 corrected in part A, then you have margin for the mistakes in part B and part C. But what if you don't correct all of the 20 in part A? Then what happens? Then your score may get down, because the part A, which is the most top scoring one, you haven't scored much in the part A, which is the top scoring. So try to score maximum in this subtest. That will help you in acing the desired score. Okay. Don't leave any question unanswered. Try to understand the statement that never ever leave any question unanswered. Whatever you understood, whatever you think, whatever comes in your mind about the answer of the question, try to write it. Never ever leave the blank. Never ever leave the blank unanswered, because there is no negative marking in OET exam. So that was all about part A. I have told you I'm going to summarize part A, that it is consistent of 20 questions, and you will be given 15 minutes for this. And the question answer booklet will be collected from you after that 15 minutes. Now come to part B. There are 6 short extracts, and you will be given 3 options to mark the correct one. Okay, read the question first, then jump to the extract. Try to understand the gist of the passage. This is the most important line. And other tip is underline keywords. Okay. I have to share a very common tip and trick you can say with my students, that whatever the word in the question is given, about which the examiner is asking anything, like any policy, any document emendations, any of the thing, what you have to do is you have to mark the keywords in the passage similar to the one asked in the question. So then read the options. Start with elimination. So now who will tell me that what is elimination method?
Elimination is ruling out the answers, which is not correct, isn't it?
Okay, you can say that. But how do you know that it is not correct answer?
Reading by head text, but I'm not sure how to do it. That's why
No, at least you are trying to answer. This is a very good thing. I really appreciate you. So, okay, let's see what is elimination. So I was talking about elimination in reading part B. So now what is elimination? After reading options, figure out which option is making no sense to what is asked. I don't know who answered my question, but you were somewhat correct, because you may get an idea from the keywords and understanding the gist of the passage. You may get an idea that among the three options, which option is making no sense to the question asked. So in that way, you can easily cancel that option. Then cut it for your ease, because you are given with the pencil and eraser, so you can easily cut it for your ease. It will help you in finding the correct answer. Let's suppose if you think that the answer is the option A is not making sense, you can easily cut it out. And if you think that option C is also not making any sense to the question asked, you can easily cut it out. And what you have left with, you have only leaving, you have only having one option now, which is option B. Then if A and C are not the answers, then definitely B would be the answer. So it is a very good trick, which is called elimination technique and elimination process, by which you can get your answers corrected. Okay. So if you are confused between two options, then leave that question there. So this is a very helpful strategy as well. You can say that like if there is a confusion between option B and C, and you have eliminated option A, then what you have to do is, rather than wasting your time on these two options, you should proceed to the next question. And at the end, when you have solved all of your all of your reading module, then you have to fill that option and that question. Okay. But don't ever waste your time on the question in which you are very confused about the answer. Jump to the next question for saving time. After solving rest of the questions, then try to solve the unanswered question again. Okay. So it is not just about reading. In other subtests as well, like listening and reading part C and reading part A, if any of the question is confusing to you, that you are making no sense, that what should I answer, then what should you do is, you have to move to the next question without wasting your minute, because you know that there is a very limited time, and OET reading is all about time management. So now comes to part C, which is two long extracts with 8 questions each. Leave the extract at that point. Just go for the questions. Okay. Read question number 1 along with options, then came back to the passage again. So you are having 8 questions, then number the paragraph till 8. So what I'm trying to say is, when you see part C, you just leave that passages, that whatever the passage is given, you directly go to the questions and then read question number 1 along with options, and then came back to the passage again. And what you have to do is, you have to number the paragraphs. If the extract is having 9 or 10 paragraphs, you have to number them from whatever the number of paragraph is given, you have to number them, like paragraph number 1, paragraph number 2, paragraph number 3. So this is a very useful tip. I'm going to tell you that what would be the advantage of this. Follow sequential order. Okay. Answer for question 1 will be given in paragraph 1 for sure, if you find keyword for question 1 in the same paragraph. Okay. So why I was advising you to number the paragraphs, there is an answer of it, that if you find the keyword of the question 1 in the paragraph number 1, then answer will also be in paragraph number 1. And what would candidates do? They think that I think it is the starting paragraph and it is the introductory paragraph. So I think question answer would be around in paragraph number 2 or 3. It is not like that. So I'm telling you that sorry, OET reading follows sequential order, and not only OET reading, OET listening also follow sequential order. So all of the questions are asked in sequence. Don't move here and there to look for answers in between different paragraphs. Okay, this is a very useful tip, because you don't have to move to the back page and then to the front page to look for the answer, that I'm finding answer for question number 1 or question number 2. Then what is the reason of going forward when your paragraph is in front of you and you can find an answer in the paragraph number 1, but you have to be very particular and very concerned to find the answer. Sequence is very necessary to follow. If you are unable to find an answer, move to the next question to save time, because a lot of candidates don't stick to this advice, and what they do is they waste a lot of time on only one question, and in this way they may lose all of their marks because most of the paper is unattempted. So never do this silly mistake, because if you are unable to find answer, please don't ever waste your time on that question. Please proceed to the next one. Keywords are very essential to identify. Try to solve this part in 30 minutes. So you should try keeping 30 minutes left after solving part B. So because part C is the lengthy one, so among the 45 minutes, 15 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes would be specific for part B. And for part C, you should be having 25 to 30 minutes for the sole part C, sorry. Here are some journal tips for whole OET reading subtest. And these are be active and speedy, because I'm telling you that the OET reading is all about time management. Don't panic, follow the sequence, figure out keywords, save time. By adopting these rules and these tricks, I'm really sure that your OET reading would be among past subtest. So don't worry about OET reading. And one more thing about OET reading is that you all may know that practice makes a man perfect. So I am always advise my students that you should practice at least 25 to 30 subtest of OET reading before your real exam, and you may see the actual difference in your score by comparing your first test which you have attempted, and by comparing your last attempted test. So practice makes a man perfect, and you should practice at least 25 to 30 tests before the actual exam. So here is an example I have collected from part C, and you can see the screen and you can see the extract, and the question is given: how can healthcare provider use LFTs? Here LFTs are liver function test. So all of you can read it and read the questions, and please tell me what is the correct answer. You have one and a half minute for thinking to see the correct answer. Then you have to tell me that what is the correct answer here. So any participant who has found answer, please switch on your microphone and tell me the answer, that what option is correct here.
It's A, ma'am.
Okay.
MA.
Okay. Any other participant with different option? Do you think that if answer is not A? So two participants told me that answer is A. And we have to check it at the end that whether the answer was A or not. Okay. Now comes to OET writing. So time allocation for OET writing is 45 minutes. 5 minutes for understanding and 40 minutes for writing letter. Just focus on the task. Okay. What you have to do is when OET writing subtest start, you have to do is the first thing you have to do, you should read the writing task which is given to you, which is basically the end lines of the letter. Okay. Don't read the details of the patient first, like patient name, date of birth, address, and medical history, social history. So leave the rest of the things. What you have to do, you have to focus on the task, which is basically the writing task in bold letter. And it is a task like using the above information, write a letter of referral or write a letter of discharge. So you have to read this first. Then after reading that task and after understanding the case notes for the 5 minutes, because in that 5 minutes you won't be allowing for the writing, because the invigilation team is invigilating you and they won't allow you to write in that 5 minutes, because that 5 minutes are for you to understand the case notes. And after that 5 minutes they will allow you to complete your letter in the complete 40 minutes. So write the address, date, and patient name and date of birth, and then focus on your case notes. Although you have read the case notes in that 5 minutes, but now in the 40 minutes when you are starting your letter, what you have to do is now you have to be very focused about your case notes, that to whom you are writing, that the patient presenting complaint, patient specific history, like if the patient is going to refer to the surgeon, or the patient is going to refer to the physician, you have to be very particular about these things. Okay. This way you will be done with first part of letter. Now comes the body of the letter. Sorry, I missed one thing here. After address and salutations, there comes the body of the letter, which and the most important thing in the OET letter is purpose of the letter, which is basically included in body of the letter, but it is the first part of letter, and your purpose must be excellent for scoring B grade. Because if your purpose is written excellently and your letter is error free, like there is no grammatical mistake, then it is sure that you will score B grade. Okay. So you have to be very hard working for your purpose. Actually, if you are very capable enough to write a wonderful purpose, then you can write each and every letter. Okay. Now comes to body of the letter. It should contain purpose, which should be written most appropriately. Course student know how to write a beautiful purpose, because our student in course, because I'm having an ongoing course which was started on 9th of January, and I'm not sure about that any of the student of our courses among course student is here or not, but they can tell you that how they have capable enough to write a wonderful purpose. Because most of the students think that letter is just like a call, like a call from one department to another department. Because what we do in medicine practice, like if a patient is having a complaint of diabetic control and any other thing, and we are a surgical doctor, then what we have to do is we need to write a call to the surgical department, to the medicine department for the check and control of the patient's diabetes. So basically we are surgical doctor and we have to write to the medicine department and for the check and balance of the patient diabetes. So it is not like that, because OET letter writing is not only about the referral letter. There are 4 kinds of letter, and you have to be very particular about all of the 4 letters. So in every 4 letter, you have to be very particular solely about the purpose of the letter. Basically, it is the purpose of the letter on which your failure and pass based. Okay. If your purpose is written accurate, then you surely score B grade if there is no other grammatical mistake and format of letter is also correct. After purpose, there should organization of case notes in paragraphs, approximately 4 to 5 paragraphs, each consistent of 3 to 4 lines. At end, greeting of letter is must, because without greeting, your letter must be incomplete. Format of letter is very important. It varies from letter to letter, as there are 4 kind of letter. Okay, one more important thing about letter writing is that most of the students think that they are good in English, and they are doctor as well. So it is very easy for them to write a OET letter. Like it is just like a call to the other department. It is just a referral letter and I can write it very well. So this is a basic misunderstanding by most of the students, because it is not like that. It is not only about the referral letter. In OET, there are other kind of letter as well, and you have to be very careful about the format of the letter, because all of the 4 letters are following the different format. And if you don't know that what you have to write in all of these 4 letters, and you are not having any idea, you have not having any guidance from the proper mentor, from the proper academy, from the proper course, then how can you write any of the letter? All 4 letters show somewhat different format of organization of paragraphs. It is essential to understand the proper format. Word count command should be followed strictly, as you may lose your marks if word count is not within the range given, which is approximately 180 to 200 words, and this should be strictly followed. So there are some tips, like practice at least 30 letters before your exam, even if you are good in English. Write the letter with the watch on, like timer on, and after writing each letter, get it checked from the credible source, academy, and obviously med exam expert. Get feedback of your letters and rectify your mistakes. Okay. What students do is they only write letters, get their letters evaluated by mentors, and they never pay heed to their mistakes, that what mistakes are in their letter and why their score is not up to the mark. So never do this. Whenever you are wasting your money, like you are putting your money, investing your money to any credible source, then you should be very vigilant about this too, that what are your mistakes. Okay. When you are submitting your letter for the feedback to the mentor, then also rectify your mistakes. What I advise to my student, that if the student is not scoring the required grade, which is the B grade in OET writing, what I advise them to rewrite that letter, because I have figured out mistakes once, and then I advise them to rewrite that letter and then submit that letter to me again, so that I may evaluate that letter again, that whether the student has improved or not. Okay. Learn from your mistakes and improve. If you feel like that you are struggling regarding OET writing, please do not hesitate to ask for help. I have told you earlier that you are investing your money, so please never hesitate to ask any question from your mentor. You can say that I also advise my student that if there is any silly question in your mind, please ask it away. What would be the advantage of this is that you will be any doubt free on the exam day. So it would not cause any confusion to you, because you have asked each and every question from your mentor. So get your letters checked and get feedback. It's better to seek help than appearing in OET again. Okay, this is a very important point, because what students think that OET is just English language test and we are very good in English, so we can ace it easily. And what happened at the result day, that 1 or 2 of the modules are not of the score and the grade which is required. So I think it is better to seek help than appearing in OET again, because the amount of the OET and the cost of the OET, you know that it is rising day by day, and the student each and every day complains that oh my god, OET price has increased so much and this exam has become so costly. So what you have to do is uh, you have to save your money from reappearing by investing your money at the you can say at a proper time for preparation of OET. So try to invest your money at the proper time when you book your exam, and then prepare it with the consistency and hard work. No one, you can say that there would be nothing and there won't be any barrier in your success. Don't write rough, only focus on your original letter. Writing is after listening and reading. We all know that it is the third subtest. You are super exhausted and you have 40 minutes to write the letter. You have to keep all these things in your mind. Consider this subtest the most challenging and the most top scoring as well. Okay, when you know the format of the letter, it is easy to solve any kind of letter writing task. I have told you once you are aware of all of the format of the OET letter writing, it would be easy for you to solve any kind of letter. Letter assessment is done upon many aspects like accuracy, coherence, word count, English grammar, neatness, etc. So you have to be very particular about these all. What students do, they told me that, ma'am, my letter was correct. I just followed the same format you told me. Then why my score is not B, and why I'm not scoring above 300? What is the reason? Then reason is this, which I'm telling you, that letter assessment is done upon many aspects. Like there should be accuracy, there should be coherence, word count should be in range, your English grammar is correct, and neatness as well. Every letter has its own trick to compile case notes, and it is easy to pick them out. If you may know all of the essentials of letter writing, then it must be the most doable part for you, and it can only done with the help of proper guidance and course. So this was all about today's webinar. Before proceeding to questions, I'm going to show you a video of the question I asked from reading extract. So let me show you the answer that, sorry. So please see this video. I have applied elimination method to this. And from that, I have figured out what should be the answer. Kindly see this. So I have marked LFTs, which are basically the keywords. So I have read first option. I have put question mark. Maybe it would be the answer. I have crossed B. Why?
There is no LFT.
Exactly. Now I have crossed C as well. And you can see that in third line, C is not the answer. So I'm only having option A, which is the correct answer. And why A is the correct answer? Yes, exactly. So what you see here is all the middle information is irrelevant. You don't have to focus on this. I told about you skimming. So option B and C are discussed in first 3 lines, and option A is discussed in last 3 lines. So it is very easy to find answer with the help of elimination method. So now come to the our course detail. Sorry, before that, now do you guys have any question? You can ask me. So any questions regarding today's webinar, regarding OET reading, OET writing? Any question in your mind, please ask away.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, sure.
Uh, if in writing case note, if we should write case note for osteopath or physiotherapist, we should write as a doctor or different. What do you say?
No, you have to write. If the doctor word is mentioned, then you have to write the along with his name. If there is anything mentioned, then you can write dear sir or madam.
Yes, sir, madam. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Then how can I manage to fill the circle at the end of the test or along with the question for the reading?
So, okay, no, you have to do it along with the solving question, because at the end you get very panic about solving the question, and this is a very burdensome thing on your mind. So don't do this. It is advisable to solve it while solving all of your questions.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
About reading, if I need to read all paragraph before answering the question, or just first I read the questions.
Okay, I told you, and I have also shown you the video, that first what you have to do is you read the question first, and then you have to mark the keywords. After marking the keywords, then you should proceed to the passage, and you have to read it in a very fast forward way, not reading each and everything, and not wasting all of your time on that. So by previous example, you can see that we find an answer in the first 3 lines and the last 3 lines. So it is advisable to read it very fast. So any other question?
Yes, doctor, what are the 4 types of letters that we should write?
Okay. These 4 kinds of letters are simple referral, urgent referral, transfer letters, and discharge letters. Okay, any other question?
Thank you, madam.
What about update letter?
Sorry?
Update letter.
Update is letter is almost similar to discharge letter. Because yesterday I remember that one of the course student asked me the same question, that what is update letter, because in discharge letter you are updating about your patient progress to the patients on GP or patients on doctor. So you can write update letter in the category of discharge letter. Okay. Okay, now I'm showing you the slide, which you can see that OET Silver plan, because a lot of candidates ask about our course. The duration of this course is 1 month, and we have started our ongoing course on 9th of January. And in the next week, it may be ended. And our next course is starting on 13th of February. So what is included in OET Silver plan is 16 live sessions and 3 letter writing assessment, and all the practice material like for reading, listening, writing, and speaking as well. And this include all the 4 modules: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And duration is 1 month. And there comes an other OET plan, which is basically for those who have been prepared, but they come to us for the mock. So before the real exam, test yourself. And it is just like the real exam, that you have to solve listening and reading subtest on our website. And for writing and speaking module, you have to attempt the letter and you have to attempt the speaking mock with me or any other mentor. So it is just like the real exam. If you want to check and you want to get yourself evaluated, then you can also book yourself for the mock exam. If you are not registered with course, it doesn't matter. But the student who think that sorry, but the student who think that they are very deficient in English language, and they think that it is not easy for them to pass OET without preparing from any credible source, then it is advisable for them to have proper OET course. Okay, but those who think that they can prepare by their own, then they should take mock exam. And these are some of the levels which we have designed for students, because every student is not the same, or you all know that. The level 1 is for those who haven't started preparing yet, and what includes in it: 8 letter writing assessment, 10 reading mocks, 10 listening mock, and 1 free speaking mock. Okay, and for level 2, for those who have 50-50 preparation, for those it is advisable for them to take 5 letter writing assessment, 5 reading mocks, 5 listening mocks, and 1 free speaking mock. And for level 3, for those who just need a final revision, like for the student who are in their final phase of preparation and they only need mocks to get themselves evaluated. So it would be 3 letters writing assessment, 3 reading mocks, 3 listening mocks, and 1 free speaking mock. And furthermore, when a student comes to us for the only one subtest, like he or she wants to prepare only for writing, only for reading, or only for speaking, then he or she also can get himself registered for that. So this is all about our course and our OET plans. So if there is any further question, you can please ask.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
As you mentioned that the plan for the OET exam preparations. So I am new here. For the first time, I am preparing myself for the OET. I really don't have any idea for the preparation. I have many steps, many material for that, but I really don't know from where to start and how to start. So as one guy chat with me about the med exam expert exam group, so I don't know who is that. If he is from your group, so I can proceed the procedure and we'll get some information from that.
Can you please tell me the name?
Abdul Latif.
Abdul Latif.
Yes, this is my friend Zoom app. So I had some problem in my phone, so I joined this program from my friend phone.
Okay. It is not. There is a free group of our with the name OET with Med Exam. You can join that group, and Ramesh is our course coordinator. She will contact you.
Who is coordinator?
Ramesh. Ramesh, are you there?
Yes, Dr. Maryam, I'm here and I've shared my number in the chat box. So those who need the guidance for preparation plans and registration process, they can just contact me. I'll guide them for the process.
Okay. That's wonderful. So you all can have an idea that Ramesh is our course coordinator for OET exam, and she has shared her number in the chat box. So those candidates who want to get registered with our course, you can contact Ramesh for this.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I will contact with her.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, is there any further question? Okay, there are some queries in the comment box, and I am solving these out one by one, which is, what are the 4 types of letter? Okay, I have told already that these are simple referral, urgent referral, discharge, and transfer letter. Ma'am, how many days are enough for prep? Okay, Dr. Nibika, it is totally up to the candidate, and I have told you the level of assessment as well. These are 3 levels, and candidate has to assess self or herself well. But if you don't think that you can assess yourself, then you can submit first of your exam to the mentor for the proper assessment. So in general, 1 and 1.5 month is appropriate for OET preparation. Okay, there is another query Ma'am, how can I manage to fill the circles at the end? I think I have answered it. What are the 4 types of letter? For speaking, how many tasks will be there? I don't know, Arva, for which assessment you are asking. I have told the level of assessment. And if you are asking about mocks, then it is totally up to you that how many speaking sessions you want. If I want to take a subscription for 2 subtests only, is it possible? Yes, Dr. Sana, it is possible. And then Ramesh has shared her number. For those candidates who want to join us for course, who want to join us for mocks, who want to join us for any of the module, you can please contact Ramesh for that. So still there are any other question, please you can ask me so that after that I may wind up the session. So there is Dr. Sana Wakas. Thank you so much, Dr. Maryam. It was informative. Thank you for your sweet words. You are welcome. And yes, I request you all to please share your reviews about today's webinar in our free group. Ramesh, please share the link of our free group so that those students who are not part of it may join our group.
Yes, Dr. Maryam, I've shared the link of our WhatsApp group.
Okay, thank you. So those students who are not part of our group, please join it. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was very informative. Regards, Dr. Noor. You are welcome, Dr. Noor. And I request you all to please share your reviews in our free group. And thank you so much for your presence. And good luck for your exam. Allah Hafiz.